and like or chew on stems is something I know people used to do a lot of, you know.
And that's how we're starting the show. Now our cameras aren't up yet, so give me a hot second because y'all, it's Tuesday. I don't know anything anymore.
Dude, I was actually part of the reason why we're late. I actually had on pants this time. I didn't have on a shirt because I was cooking. So I was cooking some tikka masala. So yeah.
Wait, you just
How'd
out
I
here
do it?
cooking with no shirt? That's dangerous.
Well, okay, I had on a shirt, but I knew I had to get ready. So it was like once I was done with like the pan frying situation, it was just like, okay, now it needs to like saute. Let me try to like change my shirt. And then in the process of doing that, I never put on a shirt until until until
God, that sounds like people that cook bacon with no shirt on. That's
oh god.
wild to me.
That's asking for battle scars, okay?
I'm not trying to fry a nip nop off.
Mm-mm. My nip naps are barely on in the first place. The way I be moving. Come on now.
You can't say something like that and then not expect me to look at you weird. What?
Like moving around so much that like that not my nipnots, but like me, my person is moving around so much that the nipnots are flying off at the speed of light. You know what I mean? Like okay, that no, okay.
And I'm the one that hit from bong of acid before we started this.
No, I'm actually very sober. I just had one sip of beer, like literally one.
Girl, maybe you should stop.
Maybe, maybe we should calm this down a bit.
maybe, but hey, Dallas, you sex bitch. I'm gonna put some music on too, so we're just having a fly by the seat of our pants show because we haven't done an actual topic.
No, we have not.
Like,
No, and it and
strange.
doing prep for this, I realized that there aren't a lot of like YouTube videos really delving in deep. So like, I'm glad that we were able to do this because cheating is one of those things that like depending on what you mean, like it could be anything from like okay, cheating it could be just cheat codes, right? But then cheating could also be cheat cheats a software cheat software, cheat hardware, or even if you're like really stringent about it, cheat guides, you know? So it's a multifaceted situation.
It's so multifaceted and it's so complex, but you know what's not complex? Fame being hot, sexy, and fly with a $2 super chat says love the ladies and love
mm-hmm. Oh wait. Dab. Come on.
Bringing, you know what? Everybody's like, did you just dab? Yes, I did. And what?
Low key. You're part of the forefront of bringing dabs a little bit back. I'm not saying they're in vogue. I'm saying that they're on the verge of vogue. And guess who's been voguing ever since? I've been in ballroom clubs beforehand, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's you. It's you.
Yep.
It's you. It's you. Come on.
I'm out here. I'm out here.
Before we actually get to the topics though too, I also want to say Hugger calls me a nerd for a situation that I had because I went to the doctor and I had on my Cartoon Network backpack and I had on a shirt and she was like, "Oh, you look like a nerd," and like didn't mean to say it and like pull it back, but it just came out flying, and then she was like, "No, that's not what I meant." But anyway, my nurse called me a nerd, and the reason she called me a nerd was because of this shirt, doll seam, and then you turn around, and then boom, it's on the back. Can you see it? I don't know.
Yo, you can. And if I was the nurse, it would have been compulsory to say it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Nerd.
Fuck you.
I mean, my shirt isn't much better because my shirt is
let me look this up for me.
A Swedish company art company makes like articles, and they print the articles on the inside of the shirt, and then they'll put like the cover on the shirt. And this is a racing shirt of the Ever Given, the ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal. It's like a NASCAR racing shirt.
NASCAR racing shirt for the thing stuck in the Suez is amazing. Going at 100 miles per hour times 0.
And on the inside, I'm not gonna. I can't show y'all, but on the inside is the article printed from the artist that made it.
Wow, that's fucking nerdy as fuck.
But their shirts they're so cool that they're so expensive to get for one shirt. It's like $60.
I bet that, but there's labor with that though, so it makes sense. You know,
and these are limited edition shirts. They'll never be printed again. I just wish I had the money to get them again.
Limited edition in Vogue. What did I say? In Vogue. Hugger. Cutting edge. Come on now.
Here. You loving some Wukong, Dallas? You loving it?
I know that nigga. We had a 3-hour conversation about Wukong. I know that nigga's geeked right now.
Did you see the streaming guides drop?
No.
Ooh. It's don't mention feminist issues, don't mention anything about China, don't mention a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh.
I'll just send you the video on TikTok. It's bad.
Yikes. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Shout out to Shrek. Okay. Promo. Good. Guys, it's good to be back.
What do you think of when you hear cheat codes? Like, what's the first thing snaps into your mind?
See, I wanted to ask you this question too, because I feel like everybody has like a crop of things that you think of with cheat codes, right? You could, as I talked about, games, guides, hardware, all this different type of stuff. But like for me, the one cheat code that lives with me is not like one of the more infamous Konami codes, right? Which is something that like there were cheat codes beforehand. We can get into that. But like obviously that was the one that was like one of the more massively popular ones. Or like, you know, GTA is also like another one where like people hype up the fact that this is like a franchise that has cheat codes still to this day. My cheat code that I remember right now to this day, forever planted in my brain, is question mark 91 question mark. And guess what that cheat code belongs to?
That's gotta be, I don't know. What the hell?
You'll never guess it. You'll never guess it. It's for a SpongeBob Game Boy Advance game when I was like 9, baby.
I'll fight you. I had to turn away because I wanted to fight immediately.
But that's the funny thing about cheat codes, right? We all have our one that's implanted into our brain. What would be yours? Because mine is obviously very, very in vogue. Very everybody knows. Question mark 91 question mark from SpongeBob. I don't even think it was the Bikini Battle game that was really popular. I think it was one of the shitty ones. So.
Mine is like a common one because I'll be honest, I can't remember much of I can remember the GTA maps, not the codes and stuff. But
okay,
mine is Motherload for Sims. Like,
yes, I think that's also one of the iconic ones. Yeah,
it's all I was playing as a kid.
It's funny. I was thinking about like what you would say. And then I was looking at a guide, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it would be Sims. It would be Sims for you, obviously."
Yeah,
but that's iconic, dude. Motherload is one of those ones where, like, to this day, even like people are like, "Oh, okay. If I'm broke, I just want to play Sims. I don't even like vibes. Just chill." Motherload, you know?
Exactly. And when I think of Dallas, I'm with Dallas. When I think of cheat codes, I think codes to me implies paper. So I'm thinking back of Game Informer, cheat codes, tips and tricks. I don't know if you remember that one.
Yes, I loved Tips and Tricks. Was actually my favorite one, honestly. Tips and Tricks. Game Informer, as you said, Game Facts, which was, you know, online.
The CDs they used to come with.
Game Informer CDs. We have to do one just on demo disc alone, because demo discs are also another like wealth of like, how did we get here and how come we're not here anymore, right? but like we talk about, well, okay, actually you blabber on a little bit more because I want to transition to something, but I forgot the name of it real quick. Hold on.
Oh. Okay, but so when I think of cheat codes, I think of paper and like maybe the early digital ages, but now I think of cheats. Cheats are different, and we're going to touch a little bit on some of the newer cheat engines, even personally some cheat engines I use, because I believe firmly that if it's a single player game and you pay that $200 here in Canada for a $5 game, whatever the conversion rate be today, I think you should be allowed to play how you want. It's like the people that say you can't re-roll or can't load a save in Baldur's Gate. I do not care. This is my game. I bought it. Now, if you cheat in multiplayer games, you're scum.
Oh, absolutely. Come on now. I still, to this day, I can never, I play NBA 2K and Madden and all this good stuff. I cannot play on the park because like there's always like some nigga that's like 9'2" with like arms the size of a like fucking like the whole court, and like I can't play it online because like the hacks online are so crazy. Like I can't, you know.
Damn.
But right, 9'2", it is legitimately like, it's like I'm a normal person. I'm like 6'2" or whatever. I'm like a guard, and they're like Slender Man. You're right, 6'2" is normal in that world, and then it's like I'm going against Slender Man, and he's just like blocking all my shots. Lady Dimitrescu. I'm going against Lady D, and Slenderman's in the back. Who else is there? Hugo from fucking Street Fighter's also there too, and they're just blocking my shit. And it's just like, well, I don't know what I expected today.
Yo, that's some deep personal trauma. I'm glad you got that out. You've been holding on to that, haven't you?
Oh my god, I have. Hopefully, Lord willing, I'm about to get a console for the first time in this generation. And so we'll see if we can actually avoid some of those nefarious cheaters, because cheaters never prosper except for back in the day. Because back in the day, like you talk about the origins of like cheat codes. Cheat codes were like supposed to be like for like debugging purposes, right? Like now cheating is to like get through a task. Or like, okay, for instance, like I'm playing Elden Ring and it's like I don't want to die every second. Like, okay, so I'm gonna do this for my own personal edification. Or maybe you're online and you're a terrible person and you just want to make things hell for everybody else, right? Back in the day, it actually had a legitimate purpose for like debugging and testing purposes. While we were talking, the first earliest cheat code was found in a game called Manic Miner for like the Commodore 64, right? And so you would type in a set of numbers, bloop, 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 and you'd be able to like get to.
Is that the noise it made?
Yes, that's the name of how Commodore 64 sounded like, right? Like, what are you talking about? Right? Bloop, bloop,
I've used one, but okay. I don't remember sounding like that.
What are you talking about? I've never seen one in life, but trust me, I'm an expert, so I know that bloop, 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 bloop.
Honestly, that keyboard was so goddamn loud, you couldn't hear anything else.
Oh my god, dude. Shout out to older retro games. And the thing, it wasn't standardized like it wasn't WASDAD, right? At all. It was just like AP.
It wasn't until like the 2010s that it started to be standardized. Even like the early PC games, it's like P and Q for thing. No, don't do that.
Dude, even keyboards were like an ABC order, so it wouldn't be QWERTY. It'd be like A, B, C, which is terrible to type with and terrible to learn a game with, too.
My brain hurts thinking, ugh. Anyway.
but you could actually like, okay, it was for a developer to like, hey man, I need to skip down to this level because I don't fucking know how to do things, right? I can't play through the whole fucking game to like figure out if this level actually works. So let me import some cheat codes to make sure that I'll be able excuse me, I'm sorry for here.
Touchdown. That was a good one.
Yeah, thank you so much. Go Raiders, I guess. I'm not even a Raiders fan. Why Raiders? I mean, I like the Raiders. Okay, for sure.
I like them, but Not enough to say go.
Right? Yeah, I don't fucking know. This is our first time back, guys. We're just
Go
rambling for no
team.
reason. Go
Sports.
team! Go sports! Yay! Go sports ball! Ottawa or something like that. But yeah,
Okay.
I was like, I gotta put some Canadian touch into this, okay? But
Yeah.
again, they were there for like purposes. And so like obviously Commodore 64, like nobody was like really, you know, vibing with Mind. What was it? I had to look it up again. What's it called? Manic Miner, right? No one really fucking remembers Manic Miner because I don't even know what the hell that is. I learned about it like a couple days ago and I keep on forgetting the name of it.
Damn. Be better, bitch. Be better.
I'm trying, bitch. Like I didn't have a shirt on like 20 minutes ago. I'm like learning, okay? Jeez,
Come on, girly.
We're getting it together one step at a time, girly.
Yeah.
But like another function would be like for passcodes, right? So if you actually wanted to go a little bit further on to a different level to like even as a gamer because we had no RAM chips, right? I think what was it? The Legend of Zelda was the first game that on the NES was the first game to actually have a save function. So and actually be able to save your data. So like before that, like you just had to type in passcodes in order to get to the next level. And so like, hey, like hopefully you're using a Game Informer, all these different types of games back then existed back then, but like Game Informer, all these different types of stuff to like get to different levels if you couldn't actually get there. Morse code, just type in shit. I don't know if you've ever been like a kid and even like, I don't know, let me just type in random numbers and hope I get a password or something like that, you know? But obviously I feel like the most important iconic one is the Konami Code, which was like, you know, obviously you can think of different titles that did it, but it's Contra in order to beat that impossible game called Contra. And which the creator of Contra itself was just like, I made that because I couldn't even beat that fucking game.
That's like the Mario maker creators. Like, some of y'all is wild.
Dude, I GDQ. It's a little bit later this year, but like one of my favorite things to do was look at GDQ and watch the Mario Maker speedrunners because it's like they are literally speedrunning maps that only like 3 people in the world have beaten.
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting, dude.
Oh, I'll be good at the game.
Dude,
games, but I have fun with all of them.
I was gonna say I'm not good at any game. There was a time I was okay at Rocket League. I was like flat 1. I couldn't go up into the air. If I could get up into the air, I was fine. But I was like flat 1, partially because I was carried. But that's like the best game I've been in ranked wise ever.
Damn. Okay. Nerd.
Dalsim, baby. Yoga flame. Yoga fire.
We're gonna briefly skim this article from CBR. It's a history of cheat codes. It was actually written this year by Madison Kaiser. And she just goes over the history and kind of like, oh, look at that. Is that not the golden era? Because that's the era I remember.
Oh, man.
Gaming, tips and tricks,
yeah.
Dreamcast Mag.
Dreamcast Mag. Oh, I love Dreamcast Mag's actually like covers, dude. Their covers are insane. I was like PlayStation a little bit more in terms of like, because I actually came with demo disc. PlayStation came with demo disc. But Dreamcast covers were insane. RIP Game Informer, like Dallas said, dude.
I know. We're getting to the old head stage where back in my day, but like, I think an institution like Game Informer pretty much being snuffed out almost instantly is such a massive pillar that nobody's actually paying attention to. That's kind of scary.
Absolutely not. The fact that they couldn't thrive on an electronic ecosystem is really insane to me. Like, They couldn't find a way to convert it. Games still need guides. I was using a guide for a game the other day, dude. Like, literally, we're doing it for Resident Evil 5, right? Like, I know modern games have been better at streamlining, which we'll talk about the reason why cheat codes don't exist in the first place. But, like, some games you still need it. I was looking up Control the other day. I didn't know where the fuck to go. And that's a new game, too. That just came out, like, 10 years ago.
Sometimes.
Yeah, dude. Like, these games are difficult and not obvious where to go sometimes, you know? Hellblade.
People want to play games and experience them, but not like what I do for Soulsborns. And I've said this every single time. I put on a trainer, a mod, a cheat code with Soulsborns because I want to experience a story, but I don't want to spend my day getting my ass kicked over and over. I'm not Kai. I'm not streaming this and having fun. I just want this bomb ass story in this cool ass world. I want to experience.
Yeah. No. I play GTA Chaos mod for my stream, but I don't play it. I tried to play it casually, just like beat a mission. I wasn't able to beat on stream, and I was like, I'm not having a good time because it's like different when I'm doing it for entertainment versus like for myself, nigga. Like, no. But yeah.
Why do you want to put yourself through that?
I like myself. I'm learning to like myself more as time goes on, okay? And so, honestly, why the fuck would I do that, you know?
Exactly. Thank you, and also thank you for starting to love yourself the way the rest of us love you.
I'm really trying so hard.
Hey, it's a work in progress, and you're getting there. It's gonna take a lifetime, but you know the steps.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about your progress.
Every step is our step towards the right direction, hopefully.
You know what? While we're on this topic, I was going to save it to the end. I'm going to read a tweet from Des that she posted 17 hours ago. She says, Random rant. People should be allowed to follow their passion. That's your dream, your time, your effort. No one, and I mean no one, should make you feel bad about the things you want to accomplish. If they do, they aren't meant to be part of your tribe. Thank you, Des.
Damn, that's a bar. That's actually a bar I kind of needed. So, Desi dropping dimes, bro. Desi dropping like life dimes. I needed that, honestly. I actually really needed that. It takes a lifetime to have the time of your life, as Dallas says. This is why I love my nigga Dallas, baby.
I had a realization yesterday that, like, I've always had, you have a picture for yourself, and I always want to just be content, whether that is low IQ trailer park or high IQ, low IQ penthouse, whatever. I just want to be happy.
Yeah.
I am that trailer park without the trailer happiness. I'm fine with my lot in life. I smoke a little weed. I did some gardening. I'm like, I'm content.
Yeah. No, and gardening. You know what I mean?
Gardening while we garden.
Gardening while we garden.
I anything, just having fun.
No, I was just talking about like how I decided not to be a software engineer because like even though it's a lot of money, I would have been depressed as fuck just living. And also I would have been bombing kids internationally. So like I would prefer to nah man, they like sold us hard on Boeing and Lockheed Martin, and I didn't know who those companies were until I researched who those companies were, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh no. But anyway, all this to say, and like now I'm like doing sports and that thing, like I'm not making a lot of money, and it's like I'm doing esports or doing traditional sports. I'm not making a lot of money, but I'm having this summer is one of the best summers I've ever had. Like, in a long time too. So like, you gotta find joy in what you do, man.
Yeah, it's you, yourself, and you.
Come on.
Forever.
It's all I got, and it ain't what I found now, and there ain't no need to cry. Took a vow that from now on I'ma be my own best friend. Shout out Beyonce.
Shout out Beyonce. Dropping bangers to this day.
Queen. Queen. We love her.
Queen.
Who are you?
But we're out here living, you know? I'm not gonna read all of this.
Yeah. But I like the fact they labeled like iconic cheat codes for like every generation, right? Because everybody has like one that's like big, right? So Konami Code, that was obviously huge for almost every Konami game. right? There's like excuse me. Gosh, that one wasn't as impressive. I'd say like a 7.3.
I'll say like a 5.
Oh, 5. Okay. Yeah. Do better. I'll train. I'll work harder.
Yeah, do better. Come on.
I'll get my gas game up, so we'll be going crazy. Okay. But Konami Code, like one thing I respect, especially too for the whole of Konami, whatever of it exists at this point. Unfortunately, we talk about gaming. Moving on, companies not surviving. But for Konami, like they found that code up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start, and honestly, for games. It doesn't matter what game it was, whether it be Contra, of course, the original one, or the 30 Extra Lives, obviously. It doesn't matter with Silent Hill, to where like you can get somebody to like a main character to like be like naked the entire time, which is very Silent Hill, or or like for Dance Dance Revolution, to where like you can like play a game without like failing. Like I love the fact that Konami was like, hey, we found this, we know that it's iconic, and like even now to this day, I feel like if you were up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start, you can like make clothing apparel to like exemplify that. Hey, what is this? And like, you know, maybe not like your grandma down the street, but like if you talk to anybody Gen X and below, if they really into like the gaming nerd culture scene, they're gonna be like, oh shit, I know what that is. So shout out to Konami for sustaining that.
Such a you know what? It's almost like, you know, the hanky code.
The hanky code.
It was a symbol. I think it still is a symbol for different color handkerchiefs in the back pockets for women. This is like a discreet way to say you are a gamer. Because those that know, they know immediately. They're like, oh
yeah,
shit, that's Konami Code. Dork, okay.
Yeah. Dork, okay.
I've only seen
that's my tribe.
with it.
Yeah, honestly. But that's my tribe. I know I can fuck with them. You said hanky code. I thought you were talking about like tuberculosis. Like sometimes like back in the day, they'd have handkerchiefs, right? So the reason why handkerchiefs were so popular back in the day. Oh, you die of consumption. R.I.P. Well, okay, spoiler alert. R.I.P. Arthur Morgan. Honestly, I was infected with tuberculosis. Fun fact. Which is crazy that you can still be infected with tuberculosis in the year
I have to go get my tuberculosis
2015.
shot to come to the States.
Oh yeah?
To stay there for long term. They're like, yeah, you gotta go get it. I'm like, I don't want your guys' dirty stuff. You guys' dirty stuff.
Man, too. And like what's funny is like my mom has a TB shot in Guyana, and like there's a strong evidence that has like something to do with like everybody having thyroid disease, but that's different. But tuberculosis back in the day, if you used to cough on a handkerchief, like people would look out to see if you had, they would put strawberries on your handkerchief because they wanted to like, hey, I still want to be in the club. I still want to be demure. I still want to hang out. But obviously, if you cough in blood, that ain't cute. So like they put strawberries on the handkerchief so that you can discreetly cough up blood while still looking cute, and then put it right back in your lapel so it's swag, you know.
Beauty standards are insane.
Yeah. Very weird.
I'm sorry, I'm dying of consumption. Let me cough a chunk of my mind out, but be discreet.
Right.
Bring me
I
another
still
one,
need to look
bartender.
cute. Right. I will look cute in the club while dying in the club on a Tuesday.
I hate humans sometimes. What is wrong with us? We have to look cute while a lung comes out.
My whole face will be like, I will be pale as shit. But honestly, I'll still be swag.
Girl,
I'll still be swag.
I hate humanity. Goddamn swagalicious. Okay. I hate it. Now, do you know any of these? Damn, I didn't know there was a. I don't know any of these other codes. I'll be honest.
Ooh.
I didn't start playing them till I was older.
Yeah. I don't know God. I've heard of God mode for Doom, but I never like played Doom like that. Honestly, most of the times this is lending on to the I'm not escaping the nerd allegations. Most of the time that I played Doom, I was playing it on my TI, not my TI, my Casio calculator in school, because TI suck, baby. You're all about the Casio life, baby. All right, fuck a TI, Texas Instruments. No, we use a Casio around here. I literally had a souped up calculator just so I can do fractions and just so I can download Doom on it to play it in class. I'm so dead ass.
What do I even say?
Bro, I'm a nerd, bro. I'm wearing a doll siege. That nurse clocked me better than I could ever like imagine.
Girl, I don't. The fact that you have, first of all, calculator types. Stop.
Yes,
Stop.
they're against me for having the TI, so I had to wear Casio proud. But honestly, it is dorky as shit. Continue. PlayStation versus Xbox with calculators.
I hate it here. I hate it here. What the hell, man? I want. Yeah. No, I don't want. No expanding on that. Absolutely not.
Okay, well, going past my embarrassingness, because there's a lot of it. Oh, baby. Besides like Doom, obviously, right? I didn't really know what that. I did know like Mortal Kombat for the Sega Genesis, right? Because when Mortal Kombat first came out, we did the ESRB episode. Check that out. That was 4 hours of deliciousness, right? But like on the SNES version and on the Genesis version, all you could do is get green blood because everybody and their mama was having the satanic panic moral. Oh my god, the kids are learning what blood means. Meanwhile, they look at bloody kung fu movies all the fucking time. So they make green blood. It's you did a good job of like explaining how cyclical that is and how we're about to like get back into that satanic panic bag, honestly. Yeah.
You're consistent, if anything.
Consistently kind of disappointing in this case, right?
Wasn't it the sentence or statement, those that are educated are doomed to watch those that aren't? It's like, oof.
And the cycle. Keep on going in circles, keep on around in circles, keep on around in circles. What is that? Like that's either Red Hot Chili Peppers or somebody completely different. Okay, go. I forget which one. These are two totally different bands.
Yeah, girl. Two ends of the spectrum, and my brain said nope.
But yeah, they had green blood by default, and then you could like on the Sega Genesis because and we're not Nintendo kiddies right here. We're hardcore gaming right here. You could enter in the code that turns it from either no blood or green blood into red blood, and so that made people clutch your I can see orange juice, not orange juice, God, ketchup come out their head. Oh my god, like this is the most scandalous thing. Really...
Meanwhile, Halloween's one of the best sellers in theaters. Okay.
Right. Lord Jesus, The Exorcist, one of the best movies of all time. Like,
yeah, people drive me crazy.
And the other one, I know GoldenEye is DK mode the big head? Yeah, big head mode. I think that was one of the first times that we actually saw big head mode. Cause a lot of games, what was it? Tony Hawk had a big head mode. Jeez, what else? A lot of sports games had big head modes, like Madden. Oh, yeah. But that was one of the first times that we saw big head mode. And honestly, of all these cheat codes, you talk about like being able to game the system. You talk about like cosmetic packages. I know people don't do that because of DLC and everything like that. But big head mode was just harmless fun, baby. Like, we need big head mode back, you know, of all the things, all the cheat codes. Big head mode.
Like, I know it's a game that's so niche, but Goat Sim, it's so stupid. Bring
Yeah.
something like that back. Like,
Yeah.
well, then you would have to completely finish a game, and you only get to make money on it once for selling a complete game. So
That's the issue. That's as we talk about this a little bit later and go on. A lot of the reason why we don't have cheat codes is because you can either monetize them or because it's extra labor. And when you're working with these quadruple A games that are way too expensive to make in the first place, like it's 3 days later. It's 3 days into the game that they actually have a functional patch in which you can actually play the game after the release. So let alone putting in cheat codes.
Girl, my favorite is when what was the game that just came out with it? You know, Denuvo and all them are in games. I hate Denuvo. If y'all, I hate Denuvo. But my favorite is they're like, yeah, the game is cheat proof, all this, and I think not even like 12 hours later, usually you'll see cheats for it. Like, girl, don't lie to us.
What do you mean?
Blood, the day of had cheat codes, and Back 4 Blood used was
ETA?
it ETA?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, yeah. What's the point?
I can't wait until we go further down because you can explain this a lot more. But like the cheat patching software honestly exists more as a backdoor to leak games rather than to actually protect games. To be honest.
Don't cheat gamers out of an experience, man. Don't part up your game.
Mm-mm.
There's the rest of these besides Motherload. I didn't even use invincibility in GTA. I've never played it with cheats.
Wow, wait, hold on. This is the biggest revelation possible. You've never used cheats in Grand Theft Auto. Oh, GTA 5. Yeah. Okay,
San Andreas,
but
hell yeah.
Oh, girl, I was about to say, I feel like in Grand Theft Auto, like, okay, you talk about companies who actually like really cater to like cheat codes. I think of 3. I think of what was it, Konami, obviously. Companies, not games.
Oh yeah.
Companies, I think of Konami. I think of Neversoft because of Tony Hawk games and honestly some of their Spider-Man games. And I think of fucking Rockstar. Like for GTA, it's like, what cheat code was your favorite? Honestly, it's the question.
Lower that wanted level. God damn.
The go-to.
That is the go-to. Or was it the rank 3 weapons, which had like the machine gun and all that? Heck yeah. But lower that wanted level. I'm trying to do stuff, man.
Yeah, no, honestly, that would, especially for some of these missions, going into like 4 in particular. Well, no, actually, I feel like the older video games would be like lower wanted level, and it's just like I don't know how to dodge this. So like, let me just use the cheats, okay?
GTA 5, I think it has some cheats, but I think they really should have just gone smorgasbord with it because there's no way to you can't even hide in your house to lower wanted levels. It's like, come on.
Right. Why is it called a safe house if I can't use it to be safe?
I don't think Red Dead has cheat codes. Either of them.
Yeah, and nowadays in GTA, they've honestly gotten away from it. I think that sucks because I know everybody's trying to be very, again, cheat code friendly, making sure it doesn't go onto the online portion and all of that. And honestly, too, like if we're really honest, like Red Dead, like Rockstar abuses its employees more than any other AAA gaming company in the world. So they were like over here not eating, let alone let's add a cheat code just for shits and giggles, nigga. I need to like eat. But like, it's a shame that they've stopped doing it as much. Luckily, mods, I recognize that a lot of, like I was talking about GTA Chaos mod, right? And GTA Chaos mod, every 30 seconds, some crazy condition pops up in the top left portion of your screen and you have to go through all these conditions to like, you know, just survive in the game. Right, yeah. So like a tank will randomly spawn, pedestrians will randomly start rioting, or like it'll be Rocket Man where you suddenly like jump up in the air and then you suddenly are flying. Like these are all homages I didn't realize all the way, partially, particularly the names, to previous GTA cheat codes that have been existed. So like one thing, the community will always still have that home, even if the developer decides fuck it.
Oh yeah. And people, let's be even I'm a hypocrite of it. Let's be 100% as awful as Rockstar is. They can make a world that you can fall in love with, you can get lost in. I love their games. Bring Bully back, please, or at least make a playable version of Bully.
Please, right? Because the PC port was ass and a half, man. Like, oh my god.
It still runs. No matter what, it still can't be fixed. I don't know what's wrong with that thing.
No.
And as we get further from the release date and the newer technologies making it conflict with
it sucks because again, like I feel like Bully. Everybody has that Rockstar game that's like in their heart. For me, it's Bully, dude. Like I've 100% of that like twice or 3 times. I love that game so much.
Oh yeah, and the thousands of hours I put into GTA 5 does not Bully.
Yeah,
right
that's home. That's home.
Right here. Right.
That's home.
Right with the Suez, right here.
Right with the Suez is crazy. But like for GTA, it's always a question like what was your favorite, right? For, like yours was like unlimited. You talk about lowering your wanted level, right? For me, like especially for GTA 3, I was not like I didn't give a fuck about the story missions in earlier GTAs, right? I think GTA, right? Some people did great, but me, I just wanted to kill niggas and to have sex with hookers. Honestly, if we're being dead ass,
is the best policy.
You know. But one of my favorite things to do, like besides like listening to the radio or shooting niggas and having sex with hookers, was to like to do the all pedestrians have weapons cheat, and then pedestrian riot cheat. And I want the ants to dance, baby. What's gonna happen? I don't fucking know. Explosions everywhere, like chaos, a lie. Let's let it go.
You know, would you like to talk to somebody about that? That seems... Because I think I was in grade 6 when Vice City came out, so those were like a yearly, so I was like in grade 5 when that game came out, and you were what, in grade 4 probably? 4 or 5 too?
Yeah, around that time.
You gotta talk to somebody about that.
I mean, have you ever played, I don't know if anybody else can relate, like have you ever played a game but you never wanted to be an active participant in the game, you just wanted the game to play out itself? Like I just want the game to play itself. Like, so that was with me. It was just like, let's let y'all do all the chaos and I'm gonna just sit back and have a good time, you know? What are y'all gonna do, man? Like, no, never.
Y'all let us know in the chat, 'cause I mean, if I want that, I'll just go play Sims, girl.
Honestly, I feel like Sims is also like a voyeur game where it's just like I am existing. I am helping you exist in the world. I am not playing, you know.
Oh, Sims is a control freak game. Imagine.
Yeah.
Don't be scared of like anybody but the girls that play Sims. Those girls are a little crazy because they've controlled every aspect of a virtual life for probably generations. Some of their files go back.
Yes.
That's some concerning behavior right there. Come on.
Women that are women that are way too into decor, I feel like that's where you start to get in the nitty gritty, and then also do challenges. That's where it's like I need to pull the fire alarm.
there was a girl on TikTok who was sharing her genealogy tree. She scrolled
No.
for a good, like, 2 minutes.
Oh, no.
Like, I can't even get past the first generation because I just want to build a house and leave.
Yes.
And she's just like, look at these, and she could tell stories, and I'm like, yo.
You just want to be the Property Brothers HGTV experience, and she's like, let me tell you about my dynasty I'm building.
I can date back to medieval times to now, and let me tell you how. Some of these men, women, they, thems who play Sims,
yes,
are crazy, but I love them because they
absolutely
entertainment.
Oh my god.
Sims is a game you need cheat codes, especially if you play on PC for just like not only money, you gotta move stuff because EA doesn't like when you don't snap to certain things, so they make it difficult for you to move stuff. Gotta put your testing cheats on. Gotta add a little wicked whims.
You gotta add a little.
You're a freak because I know you downloaded it too.
I can say I have not yet downloaded mods for The Sims, but had I been a privy of Wicked Whims, I would have. I definitely would have.
You never downloaded clothing mods and nothing for The Sims?
No. Mainly because like I'm smart. Like I know that Harvest Moon, like I will never forget the time that I played Harvest Moon on the SNES, like what was it, midway through high school, and that I pumped in like 500 hours into it, and I dated all of the people in the town. I literally cropped everything. I got a gold in this, gold in that, and I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. And then right before college, I ended up downloading Sims 3, and I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. And I was like, I can't download these games because this is crack. I will not be on the chronic anymore. I have to get away from it.
Play Persona. Okay.
This is what I'm saying. Like, people keep on trying to get me into Persona, and it's just like, I feel like that's GTA 4. Nico, cousin, I need to go bowling, but like the whole game, like let alone like it actually helps me with fitted for my characters. Like, no, dude, like you gotta know when to stop yourself from games that could be addicting, you know?
I don't think you need to because you're having fun.
Naively.
Yeah, I mean, life is short. You found something you enjoy. Hey,
this is true, and that's already hard enough, you know.
Exactly. If there's something, it's like the people that were playing the Matrix online game right until the close. It's like if find enjoyment of it, hell yeah, baby, ride that rockin' to the sunset.
I'm gonna go out on that boulder proud. The what is it? What does SpongeBob say? The pilgrims used to ride this boulder for miles, baby. I'm still going.
Yo. As long as you find enjoyment, it doesn't matter. Just like if you find enjoyment in cheat codes, especially and only in single player games. Only. I do not see you using cheat codes in any other games.
Okay, I will say, and like party expansion, I have used like a cheat code for like what was it, Lethal Company, to make sure there could be more than like 4 players into it, like stuff that like doesn't game the system but allows more people to enjoy yourself, you know, something like that, you know, more lives.
That's not a cheat code though, because when we're getting into like the newer era. For me, it's not cheat codes, it's mods or it's trainers, which
a trainer,
same thing, but it's like it feels different. It feels like you just said, a back door that is not meant to be there, instead of a hey, this is a fun thing. It's a utility, a tool. It doesn't feel like that now. It feels like
depending on like you're the tool for even trying.
Exactly. Spit some more facts for me about cheat codes. I know you guys.
Yeah. Scroll back up because you scroll past a little bit of the situations, right? Oh, I did want to say. Oh, wait. Going back to GTA real quick before we end GTA. I sent something in the chat that I think it would be really fun to like show because like GTA cheat codes for me like are so much of a cultural zeitgeist that like it's broken into everything. Like which GTA mod not GTA mod, which GTA cheat code like really resonates with you more? And so there's a basketball player, Terrence Shannon Jr. I don't know who he is. He's a like I think he's new. But he decided to tattoo. This is so fucking baller. The unlimited ammo cheat code from GTA as a fucking shooter in basketball to do that and put that on your fucking. I don't know about the execution of that tattoo itself. I don't like the tattoo itself, but like the idea of the tattoo to have like the cheat code on you as a shooter. That's aura, baby. That's crazy.
That is. Damn.
Yeah.
That's
like. I'm a cheat code, bitch. Like
that's a statement. That's a stand-on business statement. Okay, damn.
That's a stand-on business statement. So like I think it's such a shame that like as we talk about obviously some of our favorite cheat codes, the history of cheat codes, how cheat codes was used mainly as like a debugging tool. It's a little bit of a shame like going forward now into this new age that we are in, right? That we're seeing less of it because like we can all think of iconic ones. Like if the Sims didn't have Motherload, like that would ruin the experience of a Sims for a lot of people. For GTA, like I didn't like the GTA story until like GTA 4. So for me, like the the cheat codes for everything, right? And now they are becoming less and less, if not non-existent, you know, or at least in the traditional sense, I should say.
That's true, and it makes me sad. Why can't we just all have fun? What does it matter which way people play your game as long as they're playing it? You know?
Yeah. That's the idea, the fun. But that's the issue, right? It's money and it's fun. It's money and it's fun. It's money and it's fun. Because obviously we're going into this new age. Like, okay, so everybody can think of like I know it stands out for me the most in like fighting games, right? Where you'd have like different fitted clothing for different like players and stuff like that. But there are like different ones like I know Mario. There's like a Metroid game where you could like, hey, I want Mario to be in this outfit or Samus to be in this outfit from the beginning of the game, right? Cheat codes, cool, yeah. Fancy, ooh, neat, yeah. But now, why put it in a code? Or why make your player spend like hours at a time in order to earn it when they can just spend their hard-earned money instead, baby?
Oh, I hate that so much.
DLC. I think that is the I very much noticed it. Street Fighter 4. Especially that whole release was a mess in general. Street Fighter 4 was one of the worst fighting game releases ever. When they were coming in and making you pay for outfits, when I remember like my brother would like would have SNK versus Street Fighter up on just in the background for like 500 hours at a time just so he can get a certain skin. Like that's when I noticed that like, okay, we're approaching a new age, not only when it comes to like item to earn in games, but also like cheating as well, you know?
Damn, this is depressing. This is depressing. Our fun got sucked up because it could be monetized. Okay.
Baby. Money. Don't it make the world...
Is it?
Don't it make the world depressing?
Hey, man.
I was gonna say go around, but honestly, it's making this shit stop. The way climate change is going too.
Girl, what's up, Strolly? What's up, Johnny?
Joey! Wait.
You just spawned a black hole at the edge of the solar system? Oh,
Joey!
God.
Johnny!
Thank God.
Not thank God. Hugger's like, this is my way out.
It's everybody's way out. If there's a black hole at the edge of our solar system. Good luck, baby. Goodbye, Pluto.
Spaghettification, baby. Being in a black hole sounds terrible. Like the spaghettification of yourself. Like, but you don't notice it too. So time is slowing down. You're slowly being spaghettified, and it keeps on slowing down. But the outside, it looks everything's fine. Terrifying.
I wonder if it's quiet or loud. Will we hear
if it's
it
loud,
coming?
It's loud, it's worse. Like I'm thinking about Control,
Space
like
is
the
scary.
spaces. It's so funny. I look up to space and I think of hope, and I think of, oh my God, like I am a one speck. I'm a dust particle, basically, in the whole amoeba of the space. So like my problems aren't really that big. And then I also think about it too, and I'm like, damn, like I'm a speck in the world. Like my world isn't shit compared to the universe. So it's like, it's different. It's scary, but it's cool, but it's not. But it's neat, but ill.
Space is wild because it's there, we're here. That's just it. It's there, we're here.
Yeah.
Damn.
So much we don't know too.
Girl.
Do you believe in aliens?
Hell
This
yeah.
is my question. Okay, good. Yes. Thank you.
Because there is no way that we are the only planet that get life. Fuck off.
Come on!
Absolutely not.
Like,
I'm not that much of an egotist to think humanity is the only speck.
And I think it's human arrogance that makes people feel that way, because like we're the only ones in billions and billions of unobserved things that we can't believe that something else exists. Like, fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here.
And okay. Flip side, if we are alone here, to think we, the pinnacle of life, are trapping ourselves on our own planet so we can't explore out there, maybe we should be the only ones out here.
Right.
Maybe we should just quietly go and never expand.
The sentience trial run is really failing right now.
Yeah, something. They continued with the free version. They continued with the trial version, so you get the the bare minimum every day.
This is the broke people version. We only get like 1/8 of the tools in order to have it.
I hate it. I hate it. I love it though.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
Like, I have found no reason why we can't still have cheat codes, aside from, it's a monetizable thing, and why can't even like indie or two leave some cheat codes in?
Yeah. I think that's our best bet. That's really our best bet, because when you have like Rockstar, who is like, I feel like one of the godfathers of cheat codes, when they're not producing cheat codes anymore, like the streets are cold, dude. We're out here and we're struggling right now. We're bundled up. We can't get any right now, right? because like if somebody who's one of the forefront, like that literally made their games more fun. Like you would be able to sit there, like, even if I'm done, like, okay, I know they're pushing online, right? So obviously that's a different thing. Money. They want to make sure that you're not playing single player too long, right? But like, if you want people to still keep on playing your game, they're sitting there bored. As I talked about, like, I was able to sit in GTA 3 and just see like people just attack each other just to see what chaotic things will happen. Like, that's extra entertainment value. So you're not only inspiring people to tattoo themselves with your cheat codes, right? Cultural zeitgeist, all that different type of stuff. You're getting people, you're making a name for your game, you're adding more hours to the game, you're making more of an impact on the gaming world. So why not do it? And ultimately, again, I know it's money, but still, like, for indies, like, you're already working on this, is already like a labor of love in the first place. Why not? Let it fly.
Because everybody they want to be a platform instead of an experience.
That too.
Because everybody I want you to play my game every day or at least once a week and come back and you're still going to be playing it. Even if it's Outriders had daily missions, and Outriders is a single player game, or is not an online game. Like,
yeah.
why do you have daily missions?
Yeah.
It's like, okay. I think, everybody wants a platform. Well, not everybody can have a platform, and instead of making an experience where it's a nice, tight, concise little thing, you want money to constantly flow in instead of Days Gone versus Tsushima.
Yeah, man. Sucker Punch will also be that a company I would think that would really like being in the cheat code era, but they haven't really made any. And you talk about like fun. Like I think about games like too. Like I know Fortnite is an online game, but like if there were a way to like introduce cheat code somehow in like Fortnite, they capture that fun element that's really good. Sucker Punch I feel like captures like that fun really well. There are some companies that I feel like would really like be able to eat in a world in which cheat codes exist, because there's so much creativity out there and different ways that we can play and make this game more sustainable. Because as we talked about before, like this shit doesn't even need to be that fucking deep, right? Not even to like gain an advantage. Like big head mode doesn't help anything. Big head mode makes it harder because everybody has a giant ass head and headshots instantly kill you. It's just fun as fuck. Like,
yep.
And I feel like, especially to me being somebody who works in esports, like I'm always somebody who can like very much criticize like the precedent that it provides for us. But because besides the fact that, you know, money is a thing, there's also an increased stress on making things competitive for esports, so that we can find another way to monetize this platform that we have, using all those buzzwords that you used before, right? The platform monetization, all of that different types of stuff. And it sucks because I don't feel like a lot of games in general like want you to still have fun. Everything has to be balanced and everything has to be like, which is why I like Fortnite, and why I would think that like if they existed in if they existed in cheat code world, they would be able to like really like put their bussy into their whole bussy into it, because like it's hard to find companies that actually still have fucking fun. Period.
That is 100% true. Damn. Everybody, y'all forget we're just making some pixels move on a screen. Everybody's forgetting to have fun.
Yeah. And like we grew up with it just being fun and non-consequential. Yeah. Now we're growing to where it's just like money amount win. I only stand, you know?
Girl, 100%. Johnny says the only modern console or cheat codes console commands.
No, huh? What? Say that again.
The only modern cheat codes left are console commands.
Yeah.
And most games don't even offer them that either.
No, most of them don't have debugging menus and all that different type of stuff. Absolutely not.
Think of his Bethesda games.
But that's what would be another company that I feel like would really eat in a cheat code era world. Mainly because their games are so buggy in the first place that they need the debug menu to fix it.
Girl, don't give them anything, because they are the reason we are in this dookie storm of modern gaming. God damn, $5 horse armor? Really?
Oh yeah. Really? Okay, yeah, that's true.
Y'all suck.
Very true. Very true. As much as I like these companies, Bethesda and Capcom did terrible things for the DLC world in removing cheat codes, to be honest. Oh yeah.
No, they wouldn't. Never mind. I was like, would Mortal Kombat still have them? But I don't think it does. I feel
believe
like
they do.
some legacy fighting games would still have them.
So I suppose the closest thing you get to cheat codes are more so like Easter eggs, like babalities and all that different type of stuff. You don't have to pay for those, thank God, right? Like,
oh my God.
And modern
Dead or alive, you would have to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in modern fighting games, they'll make you pay for fucking everything. You better earn that shit. Everything. You breathe a certain different type of way. That's a different voice command. I'm sorry, you have to pay $5 more for the homage fee. Like, so like I feel like that's the closest, because for me, like, cheat codes. Okay, so cheat codes back in the day were very much, I have a purpose. I want to go to the debug menu. I mean, this is a debug menu. I'm just trying to get to the next level, right? Versus, like, I feel like in the heydays of cheat codes, it was just like, let's be silly billies, guys. Let's be goofy goobers. All right, let's just do something and throw it at a wall and see if gamers really fucking like it. So I feel like they are capturing that with babalities, but like obviously you still have to buy skins and you still have to buy so many other different things. Like, that's the only like Easter egg cheat code. You have to be in the know in order to enter it type shit, you know?
Damn, Johnny says, fact check, the only reason they made the horse armor is because they were pressured into it and weren't ready for full DLC yet. Do not care. Still gonna blame them for it. They've been pressured into other DLCs for years. At what point do you say, get off of me? I don't know.
Dude,
it's like Microsoft with their, we can't keep things open or we don't know how to fix that tech. You are
Microsoft. Like, fuck that shit. Like, fuck out of here, dude.
You can hire people that know how to fix that.
No. And like, I don't excuse like people who have like publishing from like Bethesda or like Capcom behind them, because like those are man whatever, right? But like, I guess for like smaller developers, like I can sympathize with like the publisher being like, we need money now, and they're like, I just want it to be goofy. You better make them pay for the goofy. Like, I can see that. But also too, like, half of this shit, part of it's because like game developers would want to be cheeky, but publishers are like, no, we just care about the money, so it's not even the game developers' fault. But there are developers and development teams that still are just like more money focused in order to, you know, get back all the money that we spent on making sure we have the latest graphics. So like, you know, either way, I know you can't blame maybe one or two people, but like overall the system is fucked.
Yeah. That poor system. I can't even remember where we were.
Like, it says it right here, right? But the rise of DLC, instant long-term gaming updates, as we talked about, like they can't even publish the game. They can't even publish the game on day one a couple of weeks later. Like, obviously game studios are not producing it as much. In fact, and this is something that you could talk about too, Hugger, because you know more, right? And back in the day, there used to be, like, of course, the cheat codes which developers put in, but then there's also like hardware, right, and software that's used that really opens up games completely, so that even though developers aren't necessarily like having fun, we still have GameSharks. We still have that cheap Chinese chip that we got downstairs. I don't even know what the fuck that is. In order to make sure that we can get cheats and also import some games, right? Because I played one of the worst GTA games that was only released in, and it was a fighting game that was only released in Japan. Me and my brother and my cousin, we love that shit, baby, because we didn't understand what the fuck was happening, but we were like beating each other's ass, and that shit was ass, but it was okay because it was in Japanese, so it was cool to us.
Hey, can't go wrong with that.
No, can't go wrong with that at all. But now the burden is on these third parties, to whether it be modders, whether it be hardware people, which hardware doesn't exist as much, of course, nowadays.
Yeah.
But I mean, still some aimbots and everything are hardware to like get people around from that. But uh, nowadays it's more software, and I know that software that you're probably a little bit more privy to.
I don't know what you're talking about. Allegedly, there's software. No, it does fall to third parties. I use personally WeMod, and there's also Cheat Evolution that's big. There's standalone trainers. I encourage the use because life is so short, and I am not training for the Olympic Games in a video game. So play how I want.
Come on.
Do it in multiplayer. Actually, most of the games and most of the cheats you can put in, the game will I can't even launch ESO with them. So if you have games can still detect it if it's not supposed to be there.
Right. Yeah, I
accidentally had it on and tried to fly into the city and been kicked out because I'm like, oh, forgot to turn it off.
Same. I was just about to say that with GTA Chaos Mod. It's just like, oh, okay, let me turn that shit off. Let me take off script hook and then let me put script hook back in,
So that means the developers are aware that this stuff is out there, and I don't know if they care or if it's just like, oh, it's already out, or if they're just like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. How do we stop people from doing it? And at least people are playing our game.
Yeah, it depends on the company, because I know GTA. I know Rockstar was very which is so fucking stupid. Rockstar was like, okay, they're silly. So you would hope that they will want players to be able to put silly shit into their games, but Rockstar was very against modding, and it wouldn't even be nefarious online modding; it'd just be casual shit. They're very against it for the longest time. Versus someone like Bethesda, they literally 6 months after the game is released, here's the source code, play around, add dicks in Skyrim, please. We're still talking about it. Right, fix our game for us, honestly. That's them.
Help, please help. It's my homework assignment. It was due 3 months ago. Here you go.
Just like me in third grade, baby. There was that one project where I waited to the last minute. Mom, bail me out, please. And she wrote half of that shit. I was like, okay, I'm never doing this again. But damn it, thank you. Thank you.
Jesus, I think today's stuff, it does feel a little more nefarious because it is a not intended way to play, and some people are, you should play the way the developers want. Look, I just want to experience a story. Isn't that what we're trying to do at the end of the day?
What's a game that you feel like you most benefited from using cheat codes in order to properly enjoy it for?
Oh, any Soulsborne.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What am I playing? Lies of P right now. 100%. The game is so beautiful. The story is so weird. But I never would have been able to experience it because I'm not good at that type of game.
Yeah.
I know what I'm good at. It's not that.
I know game developers, another reason why we don't see it as much is because games in general have become a little bit easier in general. Most developers are friendlier about making an easier assisted mode versus a more hard mode. However, Soulsborne, they don't give a fuck. You better earn that shit. What you mean, die more? It builds character.
Are Hagane. They are some of the hardest games. And I know some people say they're easy and pop off. Erica, I love you, girl. You're strange.
Queen for me, because Nobu.
I love her videos on them. I'm just gonna play this with cheats. Don't be mad at me. I just can't. I don't want to.
And I think that's a beautiful experience. Now we're getting it and understanding it more. At least developers are we want to make this easy we want you to experience this. So we're not gonna make shit way more complicated. Like we're gonna paint the boxes yellow so you know you can get this, instead of like I was playing a point and click game from the 90s the other day, and like
Oh
everything
my
was the
god.
same color. So, and this was an easier point and click than like some of the, like Tim Schafer's one of my favorite developers of all time, but his puzzles back in the day didn't make any fucking sense. That the puzzle design be like so fucking weird, right? But like developers are now like, hey, it's been like what 5-10 minutes, let me just point to you this item.
Yeah.
But like you
You're
know,
stuck.
back,
Here you go.
let me help you out, which is part of the reason why the Konami Code existed. I know, like for me, like a big like a big franchise that I love, and I love because of cheat codes, because I would not be able to beat it otherwise, was the Metal Slug series, right? Like I needed all the lives for that. Streets of Rage, I needed all the lives of that in order to make sure I could beat that, because I've experienced this game and it's a big part of my life, but also I want to fucking experience the game and finish this shit, you know?
I'm not trying to have trauma that lasts with me. The Wii Fit already gave me that. I don't want more gaming trauma. Like, girl, please, let's bring back indies. Can we have some cheat codes? Fighting
For a
games need to
treat?
bring back some cheat codes.
You said Spidey games?
Fighting games. Shut up.
Oh, fighting games. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I do
Shut
like
up.
the Spider-Man cheats. no,
I
no,
love the
because
Spider-Man cheats.
big head mode in Spider-Man would be so goofy, because it's like, why am I webbing through my head right now? Like,
ooh, you want to know a Spider-Man fact?
Yeah.
I think it was last week, would have been the initial release date of Beyond the Spider-Verse, but now it's delayed.
Why would you say that?
Spider-Man.
Oh, why would you say that? I love that movie so. Why would you say that? Oh, why would you say that? Now I'm about to fight you, because honestly, that was such a good movie. Oh my god! When I tell you, I went through that 2 hour. That's honestly, one of the longest movies I've been through, and I didn't notice that time was still going. I wanted more. Like I felt there was a lot of meat on the bone, man. It wasn't like, and there's some movies where it's like, okay, this is 4 hours, but it's not the longest 4 hours, like Pearl Harbor movies or whatever. But you still feel that length. Spider-Man, no.
We watched it in one sitting, both of them.
God.
It was so good. I've rewatched them, like, because I'm usually, unless it's the classics, watch it once, move on.
Yeah.
I think I've watched it like 3 times, both of them. They're so good.
They're so fucking good, dude. And especially too, I know you do art, so like it's even more for you. It's just like it's porn for you, I'm sure.
Oof,
oh my god!
There.
Oh my god, we're almost close. I can't. When I say you can't fucking wait, I need my lesbians back, because I have so much fan fiction I need to read. My god. Oh.
And I avoided all the leaks, so thank God.
Oh, there were leaks? Oh, thank God.
The first, 5 episodes got leaked.
Ugh.
Because people are awful.
They are, dude. I'll be patient. I will wait for that. Like, they said, hey, we're gonna take like a couple years to develop this. The story's here. We just need a couple years. I was like, please take your time. Take as much time as you need to. This is the most beautifully animated thing, where I can see the indentation from a cheek. I was like, oh, take as much fucking time as you need to, baby. Oh,
Take it. Take it.
Simmer in the pot. That's like birria. I don't know if you've ever had birria tacos up in Canadian land. Oh my god, like that shit. Take your time, stew for as much as you need to, because when that shit comes out and that consomme be consuming,
damn, it's making me want some ramen too.
Yeah, birria ramen.
Just like that really old ramen, just like simmering for 60 million years. Just okay. I think we're hungry. So do we have?
We are a little hungry.
Talked over the general topics.
Yeah.
I feel like we can revisit this because we can use this as a general, but I think we probably got to split it into devices and the old days and the new days, because there was just a device on console that got a lot of people banned off of COD, I think, but I can't remember what it was. It was a couple months ago.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's where like we were in the middle of the conversation. I was like, oh yeah, hardware still does very much exist, especially because software is so detectable with things like EZA and detectable, more like a nuisance that honestly gets you hacked. But
yep.
And there's so many different ways, as I talked about, because cheat codes are not only the codes itself, it's the hardware, as you just alluded to. It's also like media, right? GameShark, Game Informer. Like we can go and have our own like situation about like how impactful those media devices were. Media sources were in order to aid you playing games. You have a whole bunch of guys back there, whether introducing you to games, previews, or actual game disc itself, or just like building a community. Because I know that GameFAQs is a big reason why I ended up being early in the gaming world and gaming sphere, because like those SIE art for the Legend of Zelda game that you weren't able to beat right before you get to the guide, that's when you know that guide was a banger, baby. You were like, ooh wee, they're gonna tell me about what's the likely rate of me to get this item that you can only get 1 out of 138 fucking draws. I know they are. They know it. They know this.
Okay, I think you just gave the topic for the next episode. We gotta talk about all that acai beautiful goodness, the era that was, because those guides, I love. Was it Neo Seeker? I use a lot. I use IGN sometimes. Those guides with the percentiles that you have to scroll 16 pages to get to where you need to go.
Yes.
Ooh, so good.
The RPG ones used to literally be the best, because it's literally like 80 fucking stacks, and that's only just like, that's not doing all the item lists too and everything. I was like, oh my god, like shout out to those people.
Humor in them. Sometimes the choose your own adventure, they won't spoil it for you. You'll go on an adventure for them.
Yes. Like listing out the items, listing out the characters, listing out the guide itself is not even just, I'm gonna introduce you to the fucking lore. Like literally, if you were Lord forbid, like RIP back in the day, we used to have little mini booklets that used to tell us, hey, this is what you need to do in the background. But they're like it's okay. It's okay. Even if your mom accidentally threw those away and she was like, you don't need that. And you're like, Mom, I needed that to figure out the controls. They're like, bitch, I got you. And they had like a whole fucking list of them. Not all heroes wear capes, but honestly, they might have while they were writing the guide. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Some of them are wild, some of them are detailed, and I think we're going to have to talk about them because, damn, that is nerdy. Damn, we don't stay dodging allegations.
Yo got flame. Yo got fire.
Speaking of nerds, what do you got coming up, nerd? Because I know you're busy after this, and this woman don't rest. So, gently remind her to take a rest, take a break whenever you can, y'all.
Yeah, dude.
On her social medias, which are in the description, but she will leave you a dot somewhere, somehow. That's what she does.
I you know me too well, Hugger. This is why I love you. I left an L in the comment. But we never take L's, only W's, baby. Maybe I should put a W too, because we only take W's around here. There are, next to that W, there are 3 different dots. Click it and then go to my profile. You'll see my Twitter. My Twitter has a link to my link tree. We can find all my links. It's a lot that navigating you have to do, but there's a lot happening in Android world, because I done made my busy life almost even more busier, because like I'm doing esports, but I'm trying to like soft launch into a little bit more traditional sports, and there's a lot of things happening with that regard. So and also too, like, I just realized my September I'm gonna be like traveling to like 3 different places in like 3 different weekends, and God. Anyway, yeah, it's disgusting. At first, it was just like, oh, I have like casual trips weeks apart, so it's fine. And then it was just like, hey, you want to work? And I was like, yeah.
Woman,
anyway,
I mean, make your paper, baby, but like book a spa day.
nah, we got a nice like Korean spa where like it's a type of Korean spa where you can like just like you get naked and they just like scrub the shit out of you. I never did the scrub the shit part, but maybe I might need to because oh my god,
yeah. You treat yourself. You've been working nonstop, even when you're slow times. You've been working nonstop.
No, because if I'm not working, then I'm like looking up the things that I need to do for work, and I'm gonna be doing that almost as soon as we're done and I eat my tikka masala. Anyway, so news will be popping up a little bit later. I might be doing some actual live television, which is cool because I've done live studio, I've done recorded television, but we might be doing some live television. And if we're doing that, then I'll need people to be in the chat and talk because I think that's what we pitched to Bally Sports. It'd be on Bally Sports, but it'd also be on Twitter, I think. I mean, not on Twitter, on Twitch and everything. So more details to come. Like we literally just found out news about that, but I am on Stadium Network recorded. That's pre-recorded. What is it? Fridays at it's either 8 or 11 p.m. I'm so bad at that. I'm so sorry, guys. There's also we also have like another recording. I don't know if it's the same league or if it's a different league. I really don't even know because of the way we record. But we also are on CBS affiliates in the New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey area on Sundays at 12 p.m. That's on the CBS affiliate. I said that, but I'm going to say it again because I didn't know if I said that. So check that out. Also, I've been pretty good at being a streamer as far as this time. So like usually Mondays, Wednesdays, and either Thursdays or Fridays, depending on what happens with my work schedule and everything like that. I'm usually streaming. So check that out. Again, Boardy McBoard, twitch.com, twitch.tv/Boardy McBoard. Shit. Yeah, I do a WNBA show either once every week or bi-weekly, and then football season's coming up, so I'm going to be doing a football show too. Oh my god, there's so much that I'm going to be doing, and then I'll talk about my esports stuff, which will be coming up soon because esports season is about to start. And also too, I'm going to be writing articles for sports things, but that's not way in the future, but that's later. Oh my god! So check me out. I'm doing a lot. Yeah, dude. Guys, I'm gonna be working a ton. I'm gonna be very busy. So like, hang out with me when you can because I need people to remind me that breathing is important, which is why the summer has been so great because I've been hanging out with a lot of my friends, and there's still more hanging out to do. So yeah,
girl, please, yeah, take a moment to breathe. Everybody take a moment to breathe. Arcade, what's up? We're here relaxing. We're leaving our mark on the world and we're having fun. Okay? Just remember to breathe.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because I know you.
Yeah, dude.
Stuff, so.
Yeah. The death thing also like kind of calms me down too. So, you know.
I want to be like Des when I grow up.
Man, I want to be like Des too so badly because when I tell you that bitch, she is just so good. Like, and I know that bitch, she is that bitch. Is so damn good at what she does and like a superhero. And I just want to hug her and tell her thank you for being you. Yeah.
Right? Des is a true sweetheart. Yeah, but you guys can find Des tomorrow. I don't know if she's going to be on cam. I don't know because she's the queen and she decides what she wants. At 6 p.m. CST, we will have the Level 1 Gaming Podcast. If you are curious and want to, listen to us in your car, you can find us on Spotify. look for the Level 1 Gaming Podcast, and if you're looking for Cogs and Machine, which is also on Spotify, it's on there. Look for the white logo, not the green one. Oh god, with that all said, oh, my lungs did not like all that talking.
Oh man, she been smoking the bear over here. Or is it that Edmonton is not the wildfires, right? Y'all been good this time, right?
Wildfires.
Huh.
It hasn't stopped. The fires will keep burning for they'll just be in less populated areas because most of the population in Canada is like low.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a bowl.
It'll be in the upper areas of the boreal forest. It'll burn for I don't know however long, and then another fire will start. Yeah,
we didn't start the fire. It was always there. This is the world's returning.
But yeah, you can find us on Spotify, and tomorrow, and a certain somebody might be making a return appearance, and we're just going to talk about all the good, beautiful things in gaming. And, you know, maybe will the girls outnumber the boys tomorrow? I wonder.
Ooh, spoiler. Maybe.
Well, we love you guys. We will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Peace.